is currently we are over reliant on the monies we get from the bank, right? So we are trying to look at other venues where we could raise funds. So it doesn't hurt if we can write it down and brainstorm or consider it. Not necessarily we setting up a committee now, like here and now, before we can proceed, but we can note it down and we can take it from there. Because in as much as I know companies do set up their budgets and all that, some do allocate monies for CSR, corporate social responsibilities, and they are like it's a budgeted money there, but they haven't given it out. Maybe they are looking at other initiatives, like, or they are looking. Thank you.
Okay, so an optimist look. Okay, listen, you want to say something?
I would
Hey,
want to
I
know
see.
if the
You're an optimist. Shit.
Maria, the pieces want to
me too. Me, I have
I've
my own issues.
taken,
Yes, so
I've collected my shit. Don't worry. Optimist.
okay, listen.
I wanted to find out if the proposals you are saying you sent some other years you followed up, and the period you sent it, was it in the middle of the year, at the beginning? What exactly was it? So that we get to know, then we compare.
Okay, 35. You are welcome to the end of second quarter 2024 meeting. We use this meeting to do a recap and also evaluate what we are working on so far. So the rest will join us, and also one thing I know is they will join via YouTube. So do not be discouraged by the numbers because they normally watch. So first agenda, we are looking at Erica from the last meeting. So from the last meeting, we discussed our plans for the year. At that time we were trying to do a draft of the proposal, like a way to we're trying to do a draft of our proposal. Now it's an actual proposal. The document is finalized. So we discussed what we will do for the year, and we are still executing. We are the executing part of the proposal. You get it? So we are back from the sabbatical. We've done the first quarter meeting, and after the meeting, what we did was we took entries from friends of the community. By God's grace, we had about 9 entries. 9 people submitted 9 villages for us to visit, and then a team of scouts visited a place. So based on the entry from people who care about what we are working on, we were able to visit the place. We visited about 3 places and we brought a report. So associates had the privilege of looking at what the place looks like and what we think about the place and why we should go there, why we should not go there, what will be a challenge and all those things. And we took it through voting, and after that, I think we selected Sansami Amanfro, and officially we have announced our destination. So the third item after the voting and selection. So another thing we've done so far too is team leads are supposed to work on what this year they will do. So some of you informally and officially have informed them that they are supposed to work on at least a draft or something. So based on previous events, we have a draft. And so today we are going to discuss some of those things here, so that at least we know what we are working on. So first we'll look at the budget estimation, and then fundraising issues, and then bag issues, cost production, and then AOBs. If there is something we are supposed to add, maybe you can suggest. If not, we move on. Any other thing you think we should discuss today? Or something we've worked on and it has skipped us? Okay, so the budget estimation for this year. But before that, let's look at the reasons why we selected Sansami Amanfro. So that based on that, we use it as a backdrop for what we are working on. Not everyone is an associate, and so sometimes you just have to you don't assume that everyone knows everything. And this meeting too will be uploaded so that members in the community will get to know why we selected Sansami Amanfro. Yeah, so I think one of the reasons is the place is closer to Nsawam, and it offers a budget cut. If you remember one of the things you wanted to do this year, we are looking at how we will reduce costs and then make sure that structurally things are working. You get it? So it will be prudent to work on a project which will not take much from us in terms of cost. And also, the second reason is we are in an election year. We don't know how the election is going to be like, and the event is going to be in December. And you are in Ghana, and a lot can happen during elections, and so you have to factor all those things in. The last time there was an election, we didn't have a Hope Journey event 2020 because of COVID, but this time around we will have it, and so we need an environment we are familiar with, and also a place which is not that far, so that it will not. The reason why we are bringing this explanation is before the meeting I was listening to the previous one, and we were trying to take risk, and we are trying to go to places far from places we are used to, and so for us not to contradict what we said, these are the explanation, because it's an election year, things happen, and we are in Africa, so being close to home, being close to Nsawam is better. And also it was a request from an associate. The person submitted it, and another advantage too is the total number of children. I think it's a number we can work with, and so I will be dropping the number in the friends group. I think associates already have access to it, but then for the first time we are forwarding it to the friends group so that everyone get to know what's up. So you will see the breakdown, every class and all those things, and at least if you're a team lead here or someone handling something here, it gives you a fair idea of the people you'll be serving in December. Yes, so roughly we are looking at about about 400 children. It's 383, but then some people will come and add up. We always know, like, they will give you 300 and you end up serving 500 people. So we are looking at 400 to 500 children and about 300 adults. So 800 people in total. And if we have enough funds, maybe we'll just round it to 1,000. Yes. So this is something about Sansami, the school. Also, it's a new school. They are now trying to make at least the community get a school from the king, the chief. He's not king. Yes, the chief. So that's one thing too. It's a very new school, and they don't even have an official, like, the building is not completed. It's not officially opened. And I think for the various projects we are looking at, I think for the total concept, I think we are using 1K, so we are 7,000 people from the release, 400 children and 600 adults. And then for the breakdown, we are looking at 400 children benefiting from the bags or the school supply projects, so 400 children, then 300 adults for the health project. So I think people from the St. Luke's project will have to look at that. And then 700 people may benefit from the 5 floats, like food issues. And at least we'll give about 1,000 people clothes, shirts, blouse, skirts, anything like shoes. Yeah, so about 1,000 people will benefit from that. And this time around, we are looking at 25 homes for the house-to-house evangelism. So this is what we are working on. This is what we'll be doing this year at Sansami. And so the budget we are about to look at is around this. It gives a fair idea. So let me dive into that, and let me just go back to that tab. Okay, so for the health side of things, we are looking at about committing. This one is an estimation, so amount we are committing to the project. And please, if you have a question, you can just chip in. You raise your hand and you ask the question. For health side of things, since we are looking at 2,000. This time around, we want to purchase more materials for them. It's been a while. Last year we didn't look at them. I think last 2 years we dedicated enough funds, but last year they were bugging me, but then I did my best. So this time around, yes, this is what we are trying to commit to them, unless they find a way to raise additional funds from Charles or and whoever can help them. And then Docker's box, we are looking at 1,000 CD, 1,500 CDs for them. The cost of picking up the clothes, buying more items for the temporary boutique. We are trying to, I think this time around we are expanding the whole boutique concept. It reduces the number of rubbers we use, and also, I think it helps with the reduction on chaos. So we will buy more items, maybe hangers and the ropes and the things we use for those things. We will just buy more items, and we are looking at committing an amount like that, 1,500 to it. And the source of funding, we are still looking at the entire community. And then with food, this time around we are trying to look at for the first time in a long while, instead of the regular sugar-based food, why don't we just give them an actual food, something, because sometimes it feels bad when you are eating rice and you are giving them, sugary. Sugar is not that good. So we are looking at giving them an actual food, something really better, and we are committing about 3K to it. So if the team want to do something extra, maybe they have to find a smarter way, and way we can increase more fundraising opportunities for them. But then this is what we are committing to. And then we are looking at the 101 gathering in December, in October. The gathering is supposed to be a training for all, but then we can afford 30 people at most. And we are looking at a hall in Little Wake where we went last year. We will be going back there. We are committing 2K to it. We want to put premium on training. If people avail themselves, we will train them. And also it offers us an opportunity to preview a lot of things we will be doing on the field. Last year it helped. It really helped. Sometimes you have an idea, you think it's good, but then if you present it to other people and we go through it, you get questioned, then we all audit it and we land at the best idea. So I think that's what we'll be doing at Little Acre in October, something like that. So that's what we are committing. We are committing 2K, and the funds will be coming from the trustees, older associates and patrons. So those people are the trustees. It will be an internally generated something. So, and we are also committing 2K to transport. Jack is not here. I know he will not be happy with it, but that's what we are committing to. We are looking at, instead of using the traditional Toyota Coaster we've been using, we will be using what we used last year, the minibuses. I think it was quite okay, and it's budget friendly too. So we can use the two minibuses. They call it fish. I don't know why, but anyway. So we use those type. It's supposed to be premium, like something we are nice. Yeah. Then we committed 800 cedis to the scouting. We spent lesser amount than that. I think it was around 400 cedis for the transportation, and the volunteers didn't eat. So yeah, we just bought fuel for the car, and it was funded by trustees. Okay, then the bags. We are hoping to commit 4K to the bags. We will buy 100 bags for people in upper primary and JHS, like what we've been doing for the past 3 or 4 years. Because lower primary, when you give them the bag, some of them who's a bag and the crown so chain use, so we give them files. Yeah, so we will be buying 100 bags, and then the rest of the money too will be going into stationery. So we are looking at this year raising 17.3 for the project, which is almost the same amount as last year's own. You can go to the website, you look at project documentation, and you get to see previous events, the cost, and even how the money was spent too. So yeah, it's there. Okay, please, any questions, any contribution? Maybe you think we are doing it wrong, you can bring an idea, or something you think a contribution, something we should add to make it better. Now left no, I add also adding. Is it network? Hello. Mimboding. Let me see who is here. Okay, so we will continue. If there are no questions or qualms about what we are committing to the various parts of the event, I think we'll move on. The next item, fundraising. How do we raise funds apart from the bags? How do we raise funds for the project apart from the bags? You see, we are over milking the bags, and I'm afraid one day it may not work for us. So how do we? Oh, is it like people are finding it difficult to join too? Oh, how do we raise funds for the bags and for the whole project apart from the bags? Like additional way of raising the funds. Like we need ideas. How do we go about it? How do we raise funds apart from using the bags? Oh. Presla, Isnam, Ebo, Rachel, Tenewa, Eben. Like, how do we increase the funds? How do we, any other new idea apart from using the hook bags? Like, we need a new way. Well, we are over milking it, and yeah, okay, Asamoah. Ne Jack. Oh yeah, you can talk. Well, we are not hearing you. Any new ideas as to how we raise funds for the program apart from the regular you post? Then okay, so Esinam is suggesting that we write proposals to organizations and individuals. Okay, that's nice. Do you have any organization in mind, or like a place you have someone there who will receive? Because Ghana here, that's how things work. Else it will just be stuck in someone's file somewhere. Like any organization we can write to, like Tenewa, Asamoah, Benis, even. I say for now, no. Okay. Oh, Kasa. Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Jack, only Isaac as someone. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was suggesting if we can sell our whole journey items like our shirts, something of any hope journey thing that you sell so that we can raise a bit of funds.
Okay, so merchandise, Hope Journey, t-shirts, items. I think we've been selling the t-shirts all.
Yeah, we do, but is it effective? Like how we want to do
No,
it?
what else would be something I suggested? Well,
Well,
from
sometimes, you and I know that when we print t-shirts and we get to the scene, people may come with their house apart. We just give it to them without taking anything. We've been facing these problems every time when we go to Hope Journey programs. Always, we just want to be in uniform, but maybe the person will be a first comer. You can't take money from the person. But if it's been announced that we are to get, or every year we have to get new Hope Journey, new design shirt or something, so we are all buying. So we have the old ones. Other programs are there, but maybe for the event, or if you don't have, at least you can get one. But when you print it and take it to the scene that already, we just give it out for free. I hope you know that.
so instead of giving it out to them, um, so with the hope that they will pay, we should let them pay before they come.
Yes, so this is a
Okay, that's what he's suggesting. And guys, what do you think?
I think I agree with him. Okay, did you
yeah,
hear
bro.
me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I agree with him.
Okay, so Isinam, you want to say something? Okay.
I want to know if the t-shirts will be the main source of funding, and the profits we get from each t-shirt you sell.
Okay,
I don't know if it's
with the t-shirts, right now the cost of production of t-shirt, based on last year's own and what I know, is that it's around 30 cedis, 35 cedis. That's the cost of production. And so if you are selling it to someone and you really want to make money, then you have to sell it around 40 or 45 cedis or 50 cedis.
okay. That means 15 cedis from each t-shirt, right? Okay, and um, looking at the previous events, how many were sold on that day or given out, if I should put it that way?
Okay, so what happened last year was we produced about 15. Let me check the charts with the guy. Accra, Newtown. Okay.
I'm just
Yeah,
asking
yeah.
of
We
the
we
figures
produced we
because
produced about 12 t-shirts, and then at the cost of, oh, it was 40 cedis. Why? It
okay,
was
so
40
that
cedis.
means
Yeah. So at the cost of
that
40 cedis, and I think one person paid his for was it one of Barton's friend. He paid his for like 150 cedis. Then Achia too paid about 100 cedis. Like, it's the thing is, some people pay more than the amount. Some people also don't pay. That has been the issue with the t-shirts, because you will
okay.
see someone sharing bags, they are taking pictures, and when you are looking at it from posterity point of view, the images will be uploaded, and if the images are going to be uploaded, the person is wearing some black shirt or something, and what shows that it's a Hope Journey event. So
Mm.
you just give the person t-shirt to wear. That has been the issue.
Okay,
So how do we
so
resolve that?
that means from, let's say, last year, 12 t-shirts were given out. Is that what you're saying?
About 10, no, about 9 t-shirts were given out. Only 3 people paid for their t-shirt. That's the truth.
Okay. I'm asking about the figures because I'm not sure we'll get much income if you are trying to use this t-shirts thing.
I agree
That will
with
be
you.
able to fund some. Yeah. So let's look at something that will generate more funds. Because cost of production 40 cedis, you are selling it at 50 cedis, 10 cedis profit. I mean, you can't do anything. So let's see another way we can go about it. Maybe it can be parts, but not the main thing we are using to give funds.
Okay, so t-shirt has always been a stream of income. That's the truth, like a fact. But then since we started, apart from the very first event, I know that one almost everyone bought a new t-shirt. There are some people who don't buy t-shirts again because they have about 5 Hope Journey t-shirts, and it's reasonable that they are not buying a new one because it's not broken. Why fix it? You have a lot in your wardrobe. Yes, so we can't rely on t-shirt. That's the truth. And right now we have over milked the bags. We need to look elsewhere, which is the proposal. Someone was suggesting that we write to prominent people in the society. How do we go about that one? Because the truth is, the t-shirt thing, we all agree here. Last time I remember Priscilla was saying it. We tried it and we went on a field and people came in their home shirts. Even old Hope Journey people, they should know better. They came in Ubua no ashini fiatare no diaba, and so you just have to give him some. So we need to look elsewhere. Like we need to look at something else. And me, I think the proposal thing is something we can look at. Just that we have to look at it in a very practical way. That if I'm going to give a letter to which company, let's say I don't know, Accra Brew now, okay, let's say Lipton Ghana. Lipton Ghana, if you are going to give them a proposal, you should have someone there who will receive it and who will actually push it to the right people for us, because we've done that already. Like year on, we write proposals to people. You go to the organization and it's like they've never seen your paper. They've never heard of you. It's because you don't have anyone there. And Ghana here, that's how things work. You need to have someone there. So do we have any organizations, and I say anyone here who can help us with that? Like, where should we send the proposals to? Okay, it's
Please, do we have a PR or something? I know we had, but right now I don't know. So if we still have a PR.
Well, Rain was supposed to handle that side of things, head of communications and those things. Initially, it was being handled by Joel. And the thing with non-profits is people wake up and they decide, yeah, now I'm tired. So, and you can't do anything about it because you're not paying them any salary and you can't force anyone's son to work. Yes, so
Because right, sending out this proposal thing, it comes with a lot. has to do a lot of research. Even the way you structure the thing will even determine if someone will reach. The way you deliver it, it all comes to it too. Maybe if we can get an expert who, if we are doing this, we can get an expert who will handle it. I think maybe it will work. So
Do you have any
maybe
expert in mind? Someone you think is an expert
for
in?
now, no, for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, we need an expert to draft a proposal for us to places.
And I think it can be maybe a group of people, maybe a group of 2 or 3 people who have skills or knowledge in that. Maybe that will help.
Okay. So should we create a committee for proposals to organizations?
Okay,
Okay.
I have a question. I know that last year we, I think we spoke about doing something like that. Were letters sent out last year? Hello?
Yeah.
How? Yeah, did we send out letters last year?
We didn't have any place to send letters to, so letters were not sent out officially. Just that
Okay.
individuals brought in money. So yeah.
Well, this is my take. We are almost in the middle of the year, or we are even in the middle of the year. Companies make, I mean, they do their budgets, they do their stuff, you know. Are we sure that this would? I'm not being
We are
I'm
not
not
being
being negative,
pessimistic.
okay?
Yeah, we get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, just free your
Go
mind.
ahead. Oh, of course I would. Do we? I mean, my own is, if it will not bring anything. I know that there is. If you don't try, you wouldn't know. But I mean, what's the probability that we'll get something productive from this? Just so that we do not, you know, put the time in drafting letters. I mean, spending money delivering these letters and all, and then I mean, we wouldn't get anything from it. How are we sure that companies have available funds by this time of the year? If it was the beginning of the year, I can say that, oh, maybe other companies. I know companies might have different year ends, but I think Ghana is straight 12/31. So then by last year December, they had already drawn budgets. If there was any, I mean, adjustment they had to do, probably January, February. We are in June. Think if they wanted to do any um charity work, I think they would have already budgeted for it. Maybe they would have already, I'm just looking at the possibility of we getting anything back. If not, why don't we just, I mean, focus our time and energy and resources, scarce resources, somewhere that will be more productive. Don't ask me where I think will be more productive. I don't know. I don't have any idea at this moment. But that is just what I think.
Okay, so there's a risk and maybe the person has something. It's
Okay. You mentioned that. Oh, what did you mention? I've forgotten. I'll come back. Yeah, sorry, you mentioned you were asking if we should set a committee or something. you mentioned if we set a committee or something, so I wanted to know that. Let's find out if everybody agrees first before we can move on to maybe setting a committee or finding companies or something.
Okay, yeah, but then before we set a committee, we should be able to answer the question Mary Ann
because it's a
asked,
very
because
important
it's a
one.
very
The truth
important
is,
question. The truth is,
for
for
the experience I
the
had from
experience
the
I
very
had from the
first
very
Hope Journey
first Hope Journey
event is
event
that,
is that,
see, I
see,
went
I
everywhere
went
in Tema,
everywhere in Tema,
like
like
everywhere.
everywhere. Like I went to one of
Our
our
communication lecturers to
communication
write
lecturers to
a
write
proposal
a
for me.
proposal for me.
We went
We
to
went to
places,
places,
and the thing is,
and the thing
you
is,
go back
you go
and
back and
it's like they've
it's
never
like
heard
they've
of
never
what
heard
you
of
brought.
what you brought.
That's the thing with
That's the
Ghana.
thing with
Like,
Ghana. Like,
so
so
we have to be
we
sure of
have to
what
be
we are
sure
doing
of
in the
what we are
first
doing
place.
in the
Then the
first place.
next
Then
year,
the next year,
I
I
wrote
remember
it
I
again
wrote it again with
Ibe no Kai,
Ibe no
Obi
Kind,
Nkeka.
Obi
We
Nkeka.
wrote
We
it
wrote it
like
like
so many
so many
proposals. I
proposals.
even
I even
presented it like
presented it like
some book be
some
like that,
book
some
be like that,
nice
some
something,
nice something,
and that one too.
and that one too.
So we were just
So we were just
wasting
wasting
colored sheets.
colored sheets.
You get it,
You get it?
and
And
so we have to
so
be
we have
sure
to be sure
if
if
we know where we
we
are
know
taking
where we
it
are
to, we
taking
know
it
what
to,
we
we
are
know
doing.
what we are doing.
Okay, so
Okay, so
before that,
let's
listen to
let's
what
listen to
Priscilla
what
has to
Priscilla
say.
has to say.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So on this proposal issue, I kind of agree with Anne. Kind of agree with Islam, and like agreeing with Anne, knowing Ghana and the fact that we're in the middle of the year might be difficult. But then again, it doesn't mean it's not possible. We can get something in there. Um, I believe we can give it a shot. Not like we heavily invest in there, but let's just give it a try. It works fine. It doesn't fine because I think what we are looking at is currently we are over reliant on the monies we get from the bank, right? So we are trying to look at other avenues where we could raise funds. So it doesn't hurt if we can write it down and brainstorm or consider it. Not necessarily we setting up a committee now, like here and now, before we can proceed, but we can note it down and we can take it from there. Because in as much as I know companies do set up their budgets and all that, some do allocate monies for CSR, corporate social responsibilities, and they are like it's a budgeted money there, but they haven't given it out. Maybe they are looking at other initiatives, like or they are looking they are considering other proposals or something. So the fact that they set budget doesn't mean they have a place they are taking it to. They might have set money aside that, oh, we would want to use this for charitable works. But then again, they haven't seen one yet that they are convinced they should contribute to. So who knows? Your proposal, our proposal might be the one to convince them. And they would want to donate to us. So we can give it a shot. Um, the issue would be getting people to send it to. Like you said, Ghana might take it to someone, and they might not even take it to the office, or you might nobody will hear of it. The executive wouldn't even hear of it because it never went anywhere. That is the challenge. But then again, I don't think it hurts to try. That is if it doesn't involve that much, because um I think we having a letterhead, we can do it just like a word thing. We print it out, so the printing would be something that would cost. But I don't know if we have like some of the associates or we members. Someone has a printer or something that it won't cost that much. Sometimes we ourselves we have some of these resources that can use to help, and not necessarily this one. We get someone to draft proposal for us. We get someone to print for us. Like that will cost a lot. But if we could help ourselves, why not? I think even with a proposal, I don't know though how like a proposal for like donation is, but then again, I feel like now with AI, it doesn't hurt. We could just research, get some ideas and all that, ask around or ask people who would think know how to do it, get a little guidance. We can do something. I don't know. Yeah, that is my take on there. We can look at it, not necessarily doing it now, or it can also be like something we write it down and look at it next year if we think, okay, people would be putting our budgets as they do at end of the year or early, um that is early next year, so that we know that okay, we've already had it there. Next year, early next year, we just send them out. Because if we have that knowledge that okay, oh, it's the middle of the year, we might not be able to get enough funds, then we should have done it a long time, knowing this information, than rather waiting for us to get here now looking at other ways. So that's what I think. Thank you.
Okay, so an
Uh,
optimist
please,
look. Okay, listen, you want to say something? Why?
I would
Hey,
want to
I
know
see.
if the
You're an optimist. Shit.
Ah,
Maria, Yusuf wants to
me
drink.
too. Me, I have
I've
my own
taken.
issues. Yes, so
I've collected my shit. Don't worry. Optimist.
okay, listen.
I wanted to find out if the proposals you are saying you sent some other years you followed up, and the period you sent it, was it in the middle of the year, at the beginning? What exactly was it? So that we get to know, then we compare it. See.
Okay, so the very first one, the one for Adon Quanta, for instance, we sent it late in the year. Yes. So based on that experience, after reviewing it, we were like, oh, mostly they do their budget earlier in the year, so we should just submit it maybe January or February. So we did that, and if you look through there is a Hope Journey drive, like there is a link in the team leads group. You can find the documents there. It's there. Everything is there. Like our stuff are out there. If you really look, you will find them. So I'll repost the link for everyone to see. You can go there. You can find the draft of the proposal. Yes, and we did follow up, and we sent one to you. I will mention specific names. We sent one to the MP, Amadukua. We went there. We went back. We sent some to religious leaders. Me and Papa Kwame, we were visiting Papa we Grace, like churches. I just realized that it was waste of transportation. Like you go and you go again, they are like come back later, you go. Then I realized that you've been going to a place 4 times, 5 times, and people are not telling you anything sensible, and it's like you're not getting anything back, and that 10 CDs could be used to buy another bag. So we just decided that okay, we would rather find people we know who would want to support. You get it? And that's how come we even got this man. What's his name? Mr. Anoba. The one who gave us some funding. We joined the prayer meeting, prayer meeting like that, if you remember. Yeah, so that one I just called him and I told him that this is what we are doing. So it was because he is someone who supports stuff like that. But then for institutions, it's like there's this closed mentality there. So that was the experience.
Well, I think since this year is an election year, maybe people will be on their toes. So they'll be looking to, do good stuff just for the vote.
Okay.
Well, so maybe the MP.
Politically exposed person here. Why not you're active into politics? Jack Wana. Why not?
And please, before that,
Yeah, you see now we can talk.
yes, I want to say that if we are if we actually end up agreeing on doing this, maybe we can look at people who are around, who are connected to the community, than looking at people, individuals elsewhere. Maybe the MP, for instance, that you mentioned, you can look at maybe the MP for that particular area,
I
or
don't pray.
maybe okay, there may be chiefs from that particular area, rather than looking at people, individuals from elsewhere. Because I think maybe if you give to people who are around that area, they are connected to the community, so they would be more willing to give than people who are elsewhere.
Okay, so you are suggesting that we can be looking at people directly connected to the place. So the MP for the place and maybe are companies in the area. So if maybe we are using Sansami as a hypothetical case, another prayer, then Aztec, what companies been on some like in that area, like those companies. I know Aztec is not that strong again. Aztec and Blue Skies, something like that.
I think Bomat is
Bomat,
crazy.
okay. Bomat, those companies around where I think why not we can give it a shot again. Um, we will create a committee. So we will create a proposal committee. I think there used to be a committee like that with Joe and some other people in there. We'll create a new one like that again. And then we hope it won't become a library. So people will contribute and they will work on it. So who and who want to be part? There is really any sharp here.
Marianne.
Mommy, I would have loved to be part, but I can't. If I tell you that I'll be available, my schedule is I'm in a very tight schedule at the moment.
Okay, so
So I will not
communications
be able to give
committee.
my best.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Communication is quite broad, but then yeah, if it will make that thing work. So who and who? Who and who? Madam for wine. Ebo, will you help us? Rachel, Priscilla, Millicent, Eben, Jack.
Okay, I think some people's hands are up. So if you allow them to talk first before.
Okay, Eben, yeah.
No, I think it's long and what up this.
Come again.
Islam's hand was up first.
Oh, I thought it was from the previous take he made.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's from the previous take. Yeah, so
And I was about saying that we shouldn't only make our minds that we are going to seek for funds. Some of the companies may be willing to, let's take to donate items. Maybe for instance you're writing to Verna. Verna might agree to give you some of their products instead of money. It works here. Sometimes that's what we do because getting money is hard from them. But sometimes when you ask for the products, they give it out. So maybe we can look at the organizing of the event, some of the products we need, and see if we can get some of these companies to sponsor to reduce the cost.
okay, that's cool. It's
yeah, yeah. I agree with what he's saying. So in the proposal, you say proposal for sponsorship, not funds. So if you say that maybe you are writing to Blue Skies, maybe they have drinks, they can sponsor you with it. Or you are writing to a different company, as you said, Frena, they have water, they can supply you with some water. So in the proposal, you can list the items that you will need, and the company or the individual will go through it. Mention the amount you need, items you need, everything. So what they think they can help with, they would help with it.
Okay, so request for item, sort of specific item or specific form of sponsorship. Okay. I think I've seen that before. I think I was part of some event. We it was about food, so we got sponsorship from Indomie. Yes, so that the people who cook Indomie and display Indomie items over there. Yeah, so I think it works. So even
Yes, and with the politician side, I think it might work. If you take maybe an aspect of the event, maybe write to, he said he's got he's another umbrella, the MP there. So you write to him that there is this event coming up. Maybe there is a health screening aspect too. You might be willing to take up the health screening side. I'm not being biased, even though I am. And then sponsor it. You know, mostly these MPs and then honorables do such events. They'll be like, honorable, this is organizing health screening, Yankoshe, Mojem, and all those things. At the end, we are getting a health screening done. We are also scoring some points. It's a win-win situation.
Unfortunately, showing a politician showing his face up there, I don't know. Political colors. Is it not polarizing? It's quite a very difficult
Yeah,
place.
I think that's something we would want to avoid.
Yes, because we've been able
So
to
that
avoid that
won't
for
be
a
like,
very long time, and
yeah.
yes,
Because I think with politicians, unfortunately, you can't just get their money for free like that. They should also have, there should be something in for them. So depends on how we sell it. Because
What is
no,
what is more important than getting God's blessings so that they'll vote for you?
oh, and come on, really, are you being serious? No,
You know,
you know Ghanaian politicians, you get it.
they are chopping our money. Small bag that they'll buy for children to that one, they should get something from it. The money is everything is not their money. It's not for the government. They want something in return.
So unfortunately, I think we can give it a shot, though, but with politicians, well, I don't think would yield anything if they're not getting anything in return. So they'll give you your money, the
Exactly.
money, you go and do the thing. You don't mention his name. Probably not
Exactly.
him being
Oh
there,
no,
but just for
mention
him to know
they
that,
mention
oh,
their
okay.
names.
So thanking your sponsors and all that. Because if he's going to show up there, they know that television. People would come and record it. You see, those people. If not,
Eh,
he would be taking pictures and he would post it.
oh,
Okay, I'm
but
saying this because not to take it anywhere, but I have Don Press number and he posts a lot of things. All the things he does, he posts it. You get it. So if you guys are going for his money, I think there should be something in there for him. I'm not sure. Maybe we might give it for free. I don't know. We can give it a shot. You see.
oh no, but we'll mention him or I mean flyers and our sponsors will be part of them.
well,
I mean we've always done that
Yeah,
with the
that's what I'm
sponsors
saying. It
before.
depends on how we sell it to him.
Hope Jenny as an organization, I think we are very picky with people who support us, and if it's going to affect our brand, yeah, we won't. No matter the amount you are giving us, yes. So
Yes,
I find it's
I
quite
agree.
problematic when I'm associating with politicians. I think a lot of us here we have strong views on politicians, and we can't because if
Some of us are things here. Mind this.
yes, in as much as we have politicians here, we have a problem with aligning ourselves with a particular political party, unless we have the NDC person also supporting us whilst we are doing it. If not, we can't work with only one person, and we don't want to align ourselves with only one organization. So maybe what we can do with this suggestion is maybe LOSAP. LOSAP is quite a big organization in Sound. Maybe we can find a way to deal with maybe LOSAP or maybe a New Life Hospital or any other private hospital, because Sound government hospital or my. So you find a health institution who is ready to help you with supply.
Yeah, that's well.
Now, okay, well, we just we align ourselves with institutions directly related to the course. So I think health since we can look at health related organizations around in Sound, then we just try and get help with them with items. Then maybe with food, we can also look at food related organizations, then we write to them. And I think this work can be done by 2 or 3 people, or at most with the help of AI one person can do this. So we write a direct proposal to um, specific organization. So we can create a list, copy and add. You see, the thing is, when we have this copy and add thing, and nobody contributes, then you just become one person something. So maybe just we create a list. Let's start with maybe 3 or 4 organizations. Then you copy and add. With hope and with faith, we can write to all of them and see what will happen. Because why not? Let's try. Priscilla.
Okay, I was also thinking for the transport side, you better cars now. I think so. When they're doing the presentation, say cab,
Yeah.
what better is a woman like is it from it's our own station, and I was thinking we could do something similar to with transportation,
Okay,
because
Jack.
the thing is in December, fuel prices, air cost. We could talk with the station masters to hedge prices, and now we can just agree on something. They know, so okay, on this day they're providing us with 2 buses, and the or I don't know how the transport people do it, but I was just looking at, okay, if they are looking at sponsorship, maybe they could. That would be their also, like, not really sponsorship, but a way of we cutting down prices, and not wait till November or December now. Yeah, call pay car, then prices will be up the roof, and it would be more than what we had estimated for.
Okay, Jack. Can you help us with that? Is it possible that we can do that?
Okay, so with the transportation aspects, the station masters can't say much because the vehicles does not belong to them. When you're going to get a vehicle for an event, you just have to speak to the driver himself or the owner himself. The station master can't say much because he's not the one owning the bus or buying the fuel. So, and this one I'm trying to cut costs because we mostly take 2 buses. Let's say last event, for instance. But this one, I'm suggesting we could take 1 bus to do the whole round. I'll just stick to the transport man that we are taking the car for the whole day. So he will carry us for the whole day. We are not taking so one cost. If he's taking us 10 cities for the whole day, instead of you taking 2 buses, we are taking one. So that we'll be adding something small to his price. Are you getting me? So this time around, first set of people get to the place. Maybe one people will be the first. Second is some people will be second. We are not going the same time as we always do. Yeah, so that we can cut down cost a bit. So last year we took buses, 2 buses. And if this was taken, I think cost us 3,000 something. So now if it's 3,000, we are cutting down, or we are bringing it down to 2,500 for the same journey. Please, I get me.
Yeah.
So once we have inflation on fuel, we can't talk about price like today. We can't talk about price today, and we are waiting if there's a depreciation or inflation some in that aspect it will affect us, aspect it will affect them. So with that one, you just have to wait for the time before you can talk about transportation.
Okay, so unique company BR on someone maybe transport company maybe we give them ad placement maybe you show me logo somewhere and like we used to do for
Okay, so
LJ.
yes, yes. So I spoke to the Pablo bus, the other one, the one that both of you,
Okay.
I'm trying to speak to the boss. Concerning, I've spoken to him though, but it's not settled on something like we are settling on this.
Because we have quite some
So,
eyeballs in Nsawam. Let's say if all Hope Journey people in Nsawam post that Ablo Transport, I don't know the name of the company, but then yeah, Ablo Transport is sponsoring the program on their status. I think it will be quite a reach for him. And we have quite a number of
yeah,
people who are influential. When they post stuff, people watch in Nsawam. So maybe a bit intimate for BBC and Commano.
so I'm just, you see, I've not spoken to him about that yet, but I'm now speaking to the man who reports to him. Yes, so I'm doing something like that, but I don't know for himself. You know, some of the businessmen they don't regard those things. It will take time for them to understand. So I'm working on it. If you need, I'll get back to you.
Okay. Prisla, you answered.
Yes, please. I think so. But I'll also find out more and see how this can help.
Okay.
And I say, okay, so I want to add up what Priscilla suggested to think. The second Priscilla about the proposal issues. You know, if it's something that we're going to make it, we're going to generate funds from it.
Oh, Jack, continue.
Once you were saying that you started and you had no. Hello?
Yeah, yeah. We can hear you. We
Hello?
can hear you. We dey hear you.
Okay. So you say we started and you had no response. So if it's something that we are going to do, we should push harder. So this time it's not too late. We can still send the proposals to whoever we want to. Even if you don't get anything, it will be a prompt to them. Next year we do same. So at point in time they will know that when the year is starting, these people will bring their proposal. We just have to get them something and stop disturbing us. It's a way of getting funds from them. So for the proposals, if it's going to be part of our fundraising, we should start it now so that we can still push. We just be reminding them of it. Next year, if you don't get anything this year, next year we will move it. We just send proposals. So about 1 or 2 years, the same industries or companies will know that these people are when they are drawing a budget, they'll add little up for us. Yeah, thank you.
Hi, please. I perfectly agree with you. But now we are. But my question is, we already have a scarce resource when it comes to money, right? So now, what or how do we get the money to do these, um, to drop these letters, to these proposals to the respective sponsors we are looking at? Is there a way we can get money to do that without having to charge our already scarce resource?
And
Yeah,
I
so
think yes,
okay, so Aki was saying something like he's at Mampong now. So if he has sent a proposal to let's say Nsawam, he has to move from Mampong to Nsawam. But me currently maybe I'm in Nsawam. I have to check on that so that the transportation will then reduce. So we just have to check our areas where we are sending the proposal. Someone who is closer to the place has to do the follow up. Not necessarily
Okay.
that someone will come from a far distance to come, and it's waste of transportation, as you said.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Priscilla.
Priscilla, please, you're about to say something.
I think he has already answered it. I was trying, like, my first submission when I was saying that we should help each other. Like he said, IK doesn't need to move all the way from Mampom to come to Nsawam to deliver sponsorship. Sorry, a letter for sponsorship. Someone in Nsawam can do it. He will just email it to the person, print it out, and we'll take it there, which will cost less. We are not saying we will incur zero cost. That won't happen. It's a risk we are taking. So obviously there'll be some cost in there, but it will be minimal as compared to we leaving it for one person to do it. We should help each other. If you have a printer, you can print the letters, print it for us. If you have a car, you can, when you are going to work, you pass by the person's place or where the person's company is, you can drop it there for us. Someone doesn't need to take Uber or take car or trotro to deliver it. So I think we should help each other to get this thing done.
Okay, so I think majority of us want us to do a proposal thing, so we will execute it. Since we are in modern age, there's no need for people to travel. Yeah, so it will be a PDF and it will be available to all. We appoint people who will do the delivery, and with the printing has never been a problem. Like, we have a printer. We've always had a printer, so printing some of those things hasn't been a problem. But taking something to a place every year, and it's like you are investing money somewhere and you are not getting feedback. So that was the problem. So since we are trying to do it again, why not? Let's do it. Let's see what happens. So any other thing, funding, ideas, funding. Okay, so I think another thing we can do is there's this thing we've been doing which helps. We all know every associate is supposed to bring an amount of bags, or an amount which equates to a bag. It really helps, and when you analyze some of the figures, you can see that most of the support comes from that thing. So we still have to do that. I think it was 10 bags per person, and it would depend on the price per bag. So last year it was 400 cedis. I think two associates coming together, it costs about 800 cedis. Yeah, and people give more than that too. So we can still work around that too. With that, and with the proposal idea and social media fundraising for the bag, I think we should have peace of mind with funding. So any other idea that we just move to the next one, or time conti and skip it for the next meeting? No, we'll do that, the last one. If it's an agenda, it's an agenda. So it must agenda. Okay, so to the next item, bag issues. Yeah. I think normally we work with people for 2 times before we move on, but for the bag people, the people who produce bag for us, Selali, we stopped working with Selali last 2 years, and then we tried Razak. Razak gave us those bags for Synchronid for Central Region. Yes, so unfortunately we couldn't get Razak again, because Razak will do the bag. He will give it to his girlfriend, and it's just some long thing. It's difficult to get the bags when he's done. Yes, so we had to stop working with him, and then we tried a new guy. Personally, I didn't like the bags, last year's bags, and I've been trying to explore how we can get this thing like right. So I'm suggesting that this time around, hey, we'll get pigeons. Okay, I'm suggesting that this time around, we move the bags out of Ghana and give Chinese the opportunity to do our bags for us. I've done some costs analysis with it. For example, the bags they produce in China, the cost is around 30 cedis. Some, if you are doing more, you can even get 15 cedis on Alibaba. But then when you do it in Ghana, they take you up to last year. Jack, what was the cost? 40 cedis or 45 cedis for one. And with that one, the finishing wasn't really like what we wanted. Or in the bag no and we told him to make it big, and he still did what he wanted. And it's something like the bag should be something we can boldly show to people that this is what we are giving out. And last year we could not show off our bags, and it wasn't really good. So looking at finishing and looking at cost, China is better than doing it in Ghana, unfortunately. And so we have to put down the patriotic flag, and we do what works for us in terms of budget. So I think those are some of the issues the bag team will be discussing weeks on. Then if there are any ideas too with how bags are supposed to be handled, Marianne.
Oh no, I was going to ask you why you didn't like the bags, but I think you
There's
mentioned it.
and then it's now.
Hi.
Yeah, it's I think you can talk.
Yeah. I want. I don't know why you are suggesting China. You said the bad team will be discussing. So let's just wait for the outcome. But what I want to say is that if we are doing it in China, in Ghana, wherever, we should get one person, a trusted person. Then you said this person, he's the one who will always do it, so that we kind of build a long-term relationship. With that one, maybe we get discounts and all those things. But if we are doing it here today, another time we are doing it, we are coming to talk all over doing it here. Another time, the other time it's here, it's there. It becomes a problem. I don't know if you will understand what I'm trying to say. But if we have a long-term relationship with one particular person, when a year is about to end, we know that with this person, he knows what we want. He knows how to go about it. So, and you have come to discuss everything, discuss designs, discuss this, because we have a long-term relationship with one person. He knows the quality, everything that is required. So it saves time too. Then maybe discounts and other things.
Okay, Priscilla, before we come to you, since Jack is here, I won't say much. We wanted to build a long-term relationship with Selali. Selali has always been the person producing our bags. Apart from the very first one, she did the pre-COVID bags. You get it? But the problem is, she will finish the bags, and then picking up the bags become a problem. She doesn't finish. She will tell you that she's done, but then you go to her house, or you go and wait for her at the Accra Mall, and the bags are not done. You will have to go and wait, and there are times the bags, like, it becomes so late till 25th, and it's one of the reasons why sometimes on the D-Day we look very disorganized. So if you will notice, there with Central Region, everything looked very organized because we changed her, like from the back side of things, because we changed her because she was a problem. The thing is, Jack will be ready. Like, the guy is ready. He's ready to meet you at the mall, and he will be staying at the mall for hours. She did some to me. Like, and me, I don't have time like that, so I can't be waiting for you at the mall for 3 hours, and like, you just in there tell me that, oh, you are sorry, we are not done with the bags. Yes, so it's an issue of Ghanaians not meeting deadlines and Ghanaians always telling you something else. Then with last year's own, we told you the size is small, increase it, and he didn't. He just brought something he likes, not what we want, and we can't be tossed around by people always like that. And so it's something I think we need to solve once and for all by getting someone outside who does it well. I'm not being emotional. Like someone no, like product if you are not producing a good service, it's just annoying. Yeah, so we just have to get someone outside. Interestingly, Etiemo and I, we've been doing some experiments with it. Currently we are producing something else, so if that one works, we have someone already. Yes. And the quality, another thing too is with quality, the Chinese people give you better quality at a lower price. Ghana person will just be singing hymns and songs to you, and the D-Day they will just delay you. And one of the last things in my current age is to look very stupid or someone who doesn't know what he's doing, especially on event day, because this will be like the 7th time or something, and we shouldn't look disorganized. Like something like bags shouldn't be a problem for us. Priscilla.
Okay, well, my dear, because can you?
Yeah, sorry.
What I just asked was with the whole China thing. I think you mentioned it briefly in your submission now. Let's say, I think so. You guys are trying something, so maybe back committee for Nebana. But I wanted to know how soon would they be um bringing out anything for us to know what they are doing on the bags, because they will June. We don't have that much of time, so yeah, who say okay, yes, at all, ha ha. At least we should see all the pros and cons. If you are doing in China, what are we looking at? If we still have to now come back to Ghana, what are we looking at? Because from whatever thing you are saying, now we think so you are being emotional. It's all about trying to find the quality we want at a minimal cost. Yeah, and that is why we've been hopping from here and there, and like we want to try China. So if we are looking at China, how soon is the back committee coming to us with the advantages and disadvantages of going to order from there? Are we going to get the quality we are looking at? Would it be at a minimal cost like we are expecting? How long will it take for it to be delivered and all that? When are we getting a sample to really confirm that okay, this is what we are going in for and all that, like. So I think back committee that they could help us. So when the information, if the information could be ready as soon as possible, at least in our preparations. Thank you.
Okay, so back committee will start working next week. We started assembling it this week, so we'll be removing some people from the group too. Yeah, those who are not active, yeah, they have to leave, and then these issues will be looked at to its conclusive way levels. So pro China, we will bring our argument, and pro Ghana, we will bring our argument, and we will try and do what is best for Hope Jenny. The goal has always been to get the best bags we ourselves would want to use. That has always been a thing. So so far one of the bags I really like is the Razak bags. Like who say this is something one can use, and you are giving it out to someone. Yeah. And so we want to replicate that, because last year's on Ubesha, people didn't post it, like, because inside in the crown, the inside should look as good as the outside. Yes. So we will discuss that with the bag, and also the cost. We need to give the bag committee a cost to work with. So unfortunately this year will go up because everything is going up in Ghana. The city is losing value, so materials are just going up. Esinam.
Please, you just mentioned Razak. I don't know. You haven't mentioned the issue with him, so I want to find out. maybe you mentioned and I missed it because you mentioned that Selali was delivery issues, right?
Selali couldn't meet deadline, and Razak
Okay,
had
deadline.
delivery issues. Okay, so with Razak, this is the issue. Um, our bags got finished, and we couldn't trace our bag. Today it's with this person, tomorrow is this with this person, it's with that person. Then, um, at a point he was changing price. He was when we were starting, you were like 40 cedis per one. Then when he was about delivering, he increased the price to, let's say, 45, and it just changed the whole budget for the project because we are on tight budget, and you can't be changing price of bag in December, like. And I think he knew or something, so he just took advantage of that, and it became a very big issue. And Boateng had to use his own money to sort those issues out because yes, the guy came through him, and it was just problematic. Yeah. So that was the issue with Razak. I said, no quarry didn't need hope, and yes, we will also look like we are trying to um, steal money or something. Like, because you come and tell someone cost of bag is 40 cedis, then later you come back and tell them 45 or 50 cedis. It becomes a problem. And please, you understand?
You know this country inflation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we wouldn't be able to blame them that much, but then it's fine.
And
Yeah, it's all comes with the
okay. So inflation issues. Yeah, but if you are done with our bags, should we go and look for your girlfriend before we get to our bags? Like,
that was the issue
that was
with
another issue too with him. Like, it was like Jack had to go to a different place. He went there, the person was not there. Then bag no mama baby cry. It's like the person doing the thing should care about the product. If the person doesn't care about it, you should find someone else. Family vibe. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Please, with the salary issue, what was the things that you put in place maybe to make things better the next time, or you just brushed it off just like that? I want to, cause me personally, I'm not in support of this China thing because I've had experience with them delivering logistics for a company and it was a whole lot of issues. So personally, I'm not part of the bad team, but personally, I wouldn't go in for that idea. That's why I'm asking all these questions.
Okay. So
Mm.
the issue with salary.
So
Okay, Jack.
See,
First person
it's
account. Okay, Jack is here.
okay. It's
so
marketing. It's so maybe we can come up at a round table. Then maybe this didn't go well. How are we going to see that next time it's better or something? That's what I want to find out. But then if you don't want to work with them again, maybe it's fine.
okay, so okay now it's not about we not working with salary again. You see, the issue was a point in time the lady was not consistent. Secondly, we were trying to tell you that the bags are we want you to change in a style for us. She told us this is what she can do, and she took us for granted. So sometimes, and it got to a time she got fed up in working with us. I said she has go horns or something. You know, the respect was not there anymore. So how
Okay,
can
that's
you tell me you are done and I come to Mamprobi? You tell me you are not done, I have to go back to what is that?
okay. I
The
understand it.
cost
That's
of
fine.
transportation was over 600
Na net
cities.
yet ya ne
You
chow
can
chow.
buy back.
I will do man probi.
You see, so and we are telling you that we just give. I think we gave him the benefit of the doubt. I showed him a sample of Razak's bags. I still want to know them. So what should we do again?
Okay, that's all
Yeah,
right.
so it's not about we not working with her again or something, but we were trying to consider her in some things. He was not ready for us.
Okay, that's all right.
Because from artistic point of view, I could work with her. Like we the second version, we designed it together. I did some parts, she did some parts. Like working with her from design perspective is really cool. Like she's able to work with you on that side. Like you draft, she comes up with it. It's so cool. Like it's not like we just decided I will not work with her again. It was just, and see, if it's not working, you just let the person go. Like you don't stress and pouch when your bag number, like no, you just let because there are so many people who can produce bags, so you just move on with it. Like life is supposed to be easy for Hope Gen, so you don't have to stress. And we are quite a respectable organization, and we wouldn't let someone disrespect the whole thing we are doing. That 25th Brunya, then you go and be waiting for her at Manfro. Then Ebusianfo, you know, they are like, you are stressing their child and blah blah. It was just some wavy. Yeah. So you just have to move on. So if we get someone in Ghana too who can deliver the quality we want and the inputs we want, yeah. And also there's an opportunity where we can do 50-50. So mostly that's what we've been doing, right? When we were introducing Selali, we made her do an amount, and then we bought the used bags. Like in 2018, that's what we did. And then when we were bringing Razak in, that's what we did too. Selali did some, and then Razak did some, so that when one person disappoints, you can still rely on the previous person who has been delivering. You get it? So sort of a redundancy in a system. So you just don't lose when there is a problem. You still have something to fall on. So those suggestions can be made to the bar committee. I think it's worth discussing here for transparency and openness. And so we will trust the bar group to also do a very good job for us. I think. But then by the end of July, we will know how much a bag will cost. By the end of June, per our timelines, yeah, we will know how much a bag will cost, and we will be releasing the ad in the very last days of June, so that people who want to donate, some people have started donating, by the way. We've received donations from people, and one of them wanted to be anonymous, so yes. And then there is this person who keeps donating 50 cedis every month, so I'll check the name. I think Mire Finipanidi. Yeah, every month or sending 50 cedis to the Hope Journey account. We still have people who donate and support. So right now I think we've raised about 2,100 yes, already there. Yeah. And then when we know the price, we just can experiment with some things and see how it works. So AOBs, any other thing related to Hope Journey you think we can discuss? Some question bothering you, something maybe you think we should discuss but we didn't discuss. Maybe so open item 13. Okay, even
Since we are going to call the sponsorship committee and communications committee, does it mean you are going to be in charge of the PR, or is just communications committee, but they actually just sponsorship?
Okay, so with the new structure we created, there was supposed to be a communications person who handle all communication issues, which will be PR. You get it? And to be honest, Rain was the perfect person for that. She was already doing PR work for Hope Journey and a lot of public statements and things for us. So she was handling it. So I think the committee will be handling communications, because if it's going to be sponsorship, then we just have to then it will not be only focused on the proposal. Then it's going to be a sponsorship committee, but at the moment they are going to do something specific, drafting the proposal letter. So communications committee in charge of the proposal letter, something long like that. Listen now.
Yeah. The reason why I also suggested that is because writing the proposal wouldn't just end. You have to follow up. You have to make calls, do a lot of research before you can even come up with a proposal. So it's not just about the writing. So if we say communication something, then we know that they are doing a lot about the sponsorship thing. It's not just writing.
Wait, can it be proposal and sponsorship committee? Oh, guys, what do you think?
Okay, so we can say sponsorship committee, because I think the proposal falls under the sponsorship thing. So if you say sponsorship, it covers everything.
Okay.
I don't know if you get it.
Yeah, we get it. Okay, me, I get it. I don't know about the rest.
Okay.
Jack.
So if you are saying sponsorship, we know that making the research, writing the proposal, doing the follow-ups, doing the deliveries, everything.
Small research.
Is that what? Please, what did you say?
Oh, go on. Yeah, I was saying small research. Good.
Oh, okay.
Oh, then the 111.
No.
Okay, so we have a new team coming up, sponsorship. They will do research, draft and write a proposal, and deliver the proposals. So yeah. Say the group in the tour, Mamu send a reaction and move beyond joining. You push, you join, because there is another thing with creating something, and another thing too with actually working on it to achieve the goals meant for it. Indeed, and we hope that we will donate our time again for those things. Okay, any other thing? Isn't your hand is still raised, or it's from the last one? Okay, yeah, it's from the last one. Any other thing? AOBs. I think my only AOB is with sometimes Mama I am Shesheba. You post here there. As you say, I don't know. Just that from the entries, when people were supposed to enter places for their new destination, and when things became calm. Like when we post no reaction. So it's like, and you see, one thing about what we are doing is if we don't get feedback from people, since it's an online community, new people who join may think it's not we are not active again. It's not an active group or something. So I think those who drop their reactions, yeah, you can still be dropping. But if there is a comment, you can just make, so that at least shows that we are still alive. Else we would die a very painful death. The groups will become cemeteries, and eventually we will be no more. And so feedback is very important. So I think that's me one AOB I have. But any other thing you think we should add?
So, bro, I'm suggesting this one. You have more backsliders. You have to check on them, like effectively. It's very important and it's needed.
Okay, so how do you intend like we check on them? Although personally I've been doing it, I've been checking up on people, especially on holidays and Saturdays. But on a broader scale, no, Ibia, how do we? Yenina, Quine Benson, check it. It shouldn't be only me.
So, someone, you and I, someone like Joel, you can check on him. You have to bring him back. Though he's not off, but at least you have to talk to him. And one or two people. So the ladies too, if you know someone who is backsliding, ladies to ladies, guys to guys. We have man to man talk, ladies to ladies talk. And we have to do so individually. You can do it too, but you have to bring a feedback to the board so that you work on it. If there's a problem, you just solve and get back to the person.
Okay, I think it's a pretty neat idea. Joel, I think I spoke with Joel last 2 weeks, so he's there. He's fine. Yeah, there's this. Oh, I think it's just something with something a lot of us should not fall in. A lot of people, not only Joel, but then they are there. They just sometimes it's like people want to act old, and so we just try and because you ask them like what's up, like we've not been seeing you at events and meetings and like a day, like I really want to, but then minya time, so and if someone gives you that feedback, sometimes it's quite difficult, so he's there, he's much part of us, but just that me, when I think you are inactive, I'll remove you from the group, that one there, because your I'm busy excuse cannot kill all of us too. So and I think it has really helped us too by removing inactive people. Yes, and with some of them, Ubi Ohonswa. That visit, yes. What happened to that visit was we were supposed to visit Rain. Rain woke up one day and she's like, she has resigned from Hoopgen. Like, hey, court and then with him. Like, we really wanted to know because something we've done wrong. Then asking for that, it's like she's not feeling well, and so yes, we decided that we'll go and visit her. And what happened is, I wanted feedback with that visit. What happened is, she was like, they are doing something at their home and she's not ready to receive visitors, and there's nothing we can do when you are going to visit someone and the person is not showing up. And later on she showed up in my chat and she was talking plenty about things, and personally I handed her over to Benish to discuss things with her, because I am not comfortable when things get quite personal outside Hope Journey, because I just didn't get what she was saying. So, and I think Jack too is in contact with her. Jack, what's wrong with Rain? Like, what's up with her? If they are with you, have a feedback, because painful person.
Oh, I don't really know. You told me about she resigning and a whole lot. Though I talked to her, hi, hello, but I don't really know what transpired through that. Yeah.
There's this thing, Varric Ama, the guy who did this thing. Even there's this thing, the guy who did. Oh, so there's this choir. I really harmonious chorus. There's this thing he said, and it has been very comforting for me after watching that video. He was asked in one of his interviews that how does he manage when members just vanish. And he was saying that it's something with youth and people getting of age. So it's all like you, the leader, you have done something wrong, or the organization did something to the person. But then people in growing up, they just become different and they just curl up in things. And so what as an organization you can do is you check up on them when you can, and then you open your doors. So our doors are still open. If you come back and you are like you want the mic to become what you were doing, we'll give the mic to you again. You'll be posting updates and all those things. But then we will not watch for what the rest of us are working to die off because you think you are coming of age, and so you are turning your back to what we are working on. Because after all, we are doing it for God and we are not doing it for ourselves, and so we can't watch what we are doing to die a very painful death because maybe you are in your moods and you are so that's the whole thing. So it's sort of something you can't explain, but we just have to pray for those people and check up on them when we can. Isinam.
Okay, I asked about that because that day some people were probably preparing for a visitation or something. Then he told us, "Oh, it will not be happening next time," or something like that. And we didn't hear anything again. We didn't tell us the reason why we weren't going again. And from that day, we didn't hear anything again. So that's why I was asking about that.
Okay, so what happened was mostly after 26th, we used the remaining days of the year to visit people. We did it with Papa Kwame. I'm sure this year we will do. Last year he wasn't around. He was out of town, so we wanted to use those remaining days to visit people we've not heard from in a while. Yeah, and so she happened to the person we wanted to visit because yes, an active member who just fell off like that. Wanted to know, but then the reason is you can't come to my house because we are doing something, and you can't be going to places you are not accepted. Like that was the reason. Unfortunately, we are sorry. We didn't give you that second information if we didn't add it.
Oh, it's fine. Maybe I was still waiting that maybe there would be another day or something. And we didn't hear anything again. So that's why I was asking. But then, as you say, we can't force anybody. We can't force anybody to the person doesn't want you to come or something. So
Okay, so is it possible we can use holidays and some special days to check up on people? Maybe there is this thing we can announce in the group that today we are checking up on people. So when someone checks up on you, you just write thank you for checking up on. You mention a person's name, thank you for checking up on me in the group. Can we do something like that? Like so that it becomes a corporate, like a communal something.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
With that, I would want a bit of clarification. As in, so if I check up on Etinam to come and write in the group that a principal, thank you for checking up on me. Is that it?
Yeah, that's all.
Because I feel like if that is it, if that they no one checks up on me,
Uh,
I feel like it's one sided.
over it,
Maybe
you can check
I
up on
know
someone.
Etinam, that's why you get it. Because at the end of the day, there might be two people that they wouldn't have anyone checking up on them. And maybe they would also see it some way, say, okay, maybe it's now a click something. Yeah, maybe you're doing check your phone. I don't know if you get it. Maybe so it's a good thing we are trying to do, but one can now acquire bonisa. It needs to find a way around it how we do it. In as much as we effective, many use it and find one thing of also. I don't know if you get it.
Okay, so how do we go about it, guys? She's bringing up
Because
something
I don't
like
know, because me, if on the low, me check up what check upon people in the group now. Will be check upon me. I be like, hey, what's happening? I don't look
it
like
was
how.
Subai.
But let's be honest here. That would be it. No.
How do we go about this idea so that it won't become a problem? Yeah. How do we? Um, but then me, I've seen it being done somewhere and it worked. So um, the thing is, if someone doesn't check up on you, maybe you suban. Maybe so it's not
Oh,
Ubiana intentionally.
I disagree.
I am super interested.
The
I'm super interested.
one
What do
major
you mean by this? By we see. I think we should find a way around it. Name is super yeah. Super interested.
Yeah.
okay, okay. Yeah, friends, I disagree with you. Now, irrespective of Subang, I mean, nobody's perfect. We all have one Subang or another. So that one, they won't make us in Subang to won't check here. They're referring so no. But then I think one thing that would be like a setback with this idea is a lot of us do not know each other, especially on the main page. So how do I just randomly text someone? Oh hi, I'm from Hope Jenny. I'm checking up on you. Me, if it's me, if someone texts me from the Hope Jenny group and introduce themselves as Hope Jenny, like of Hope Jenny, I would still say okay, but okay, like
You see
I'll
the way
feel
you
some.
said. You said
I will not really.
okay.
Subai.
You see the way you said okay. At least someone checked up on you. The person. It doesn't necessarily have to be someone you know for you to catch a vibe with. But the fact that, oh, I don't really know, let's say a random person from Hope Gen and any number, I text him and introduce to know to Hope Gen. Oh, what I mean catch your group name was just checking up on you. Fine, I would have said, oh, okay, I'm fine. Thank you so much. That's what okay. This then and then continue with the vibe. But then again, I know say Hope Jenny values me. You get it. That thing will be there. So okay. They really care. You get it.
Mo
For
Bayama,
someone to
Odia
reach
Komo,
out
Odia
to me. You
Odia
get
Komo, Odia
it?
Kutuba,
No,
Otuma,
regardless.
Odia
No,
Kutuba.
it's not about forcing the convo. You get it? And yeah, by force. Over me DM, now me see okay or I'm all right. Now me end there. You should get the
Yeah,
vibe.
because we'll be
But
coming to the plus one
oh,
and
what
plus
didn't say
44
you're
people.
supposed to check out?
Yeah.
What didn't say check up on me? What check up in the one? I think we can. I don't know. Say if members is associating number one year, maybe we draw up a list. These are all our members. I sure they are not active now. You can even start from associates themselves because most of them are not active. Obiwa Omunyama no posti the hope diary and all that, but on to me make it time for meetings and all that. Not like Nipa here active. One child, BB Koso and all that. We are here again. People are going through stuff. It would be nice to just send someone a message like, "Oh, I'm just reaching out. How are you doing?" I'll say, "Okay, I'm fine." You did your best. You reach out to the person. At least depending you can say, "Okay, hope then dream me home tea." Yeah, I could open up to someone there.
Hi,
That's what I think.
hi.
Okay, so Rachel, you wanted to say something?
I think Priscilla has um answered. But to add on, I think with the heads, we have heads for certain groups, so we can start from there. Like, let's say this very group, you know your members, or maybe you've noticed these people normally during how do we call it? Xmas, these people join my team. So maybe we can start from there. The head would check up on them. So let's say on holidays, you would prompt us that today we are calling our members or whatever. Then we all take care of that. Then with the extra people, the trustees, you and those, so that it will not be awkward like some people were saying. So at least when you call him, oh, I'm the founder, I'm the head, I'm the of Hope Journey, and we appreciate blah blah blah. So I think it wouldn't make it more weird if a normal associate or a normal person is calling to check up. So I think we can work with, yeah, we can start from that angle. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay, even.
Can we also do it the bulk voice calls so that we pre-record the call, right? Hello, blah blah blah, calling from Hope Journey to check up on you. Hope you are fine. Have a nice day. God bless you. And then the call goes off. It's not a bad idea. I mean, you are still checking up on the person.
Okay. With that one, I wanted to find out. Then a normal call now, like they'll call the person and ask. I want to get that because
It
Nipa
will,
na
come,
mfa.
it will come as a call. If the person doesn't pick up, another one will come. But
Oh, okay.
it's pre-recorded, so the panic comes to be cried. Big move from him.
Oh, said don't say fine. What if Nipa Nika be?
It's in as much as we are in a technological world, humans want human connection.
Exactly.
I these days when I'm reading and I find out that thing is AI, I just stop reading it. Like dive and intricacies and those things. When the moment I see it, it's like, bro, you just use ChatGPT. So I don't know how others feel about those things too. Pre-recording. For make Fred if he hope. I don't know. Like, well, because we already we send SMS sometimes to people. I think even this meeting, a lot of you received an SMS an SMS. So I think we will tweak it in a way that will make everyone at least check up on someone. So the team leads will be checking up on their team members, and then members, we will start with the associates group first, with that Jerusalem, then we try with friends. So the team leads will check up on their team members so that at least everyone will be checked on, because everyone who is an associate is in a team. So we will repost the sheets, the Hope Journey sheets. It's there. We repost it. Then you will know everyone you are supposed to check in. And the team leads, I will even still DM it to you on such days. And see, for it not to become creepy too, it wouldn't be the biasa, so that it won't become a work. Yes. So holidays and once in a while, I think once every 3 months or something. Yeah, because sometimes when we are the any babies, then we all become tired of it. So, and it loses its value. I think scarcity creates value. So, we will find a way to tweak it and make it look better. We will submit it to the trustees too, so that Priscilla, you and the rest people will also preview it, and then when you give the go ahead, the team leads in the operations group will execute it. Yes, so I think it's a good idea, Jack. It's good that you brought this whole thing up, and yeah, it really helps. See, people who are inactive or it's been a while, yet we can check up on them and see what's up with them. Maybe obi kwa mani ene ababrese mu a na emu abi wo hwa ya boa no. Nti any other thing, then we just
Oh, I love that part.
yeah, you are not part.
What? Okay.
You are not part.
Presla, why am I not part?
My side to cry on the list.
Because I'm going through a lot. I need so much help. I'm going through a lot. It's when you're ready. If I'm going to take care for me, no, when you're ready. the list are you ready?
Well, yes, yeah, the list, bro. I guess for the on my list, bro. Um, any other thing, maybe something you think, yeah, it's needed, you've forgotten about. Um,
Hey, okay. I wanted to ask. The good, the GoFundMe last year was that? So that was that?
So they sent us an email in the official an email that we should send them payment details for them to send us our $3. Was it $3? Yes. So yeah, we raise some amount to be like that. Yes, $3. But then when it comes to Ghana cedis, it's still an amount that can buy bags. Yes. So
Well,
yes,
I'm home.
it's that bad. Yes. So yeah, what kind me? The other time I was going through the email and yeah, I think some few weeks ago. And also, yes, we've updated our website. You get to see the work we've worked on so far. Yeah, at least hope Jenny at a glance you get to see. Yeah, so that's something to whilst I was pushing up that update, I checked the mails too. So yes. And then we have a pet project we are working on. I mentioned it earlier this year. We are trying to. I mentioned that we are trying to help others create their own form of hope journey. Yes. We are not in this thing to seek our own name. You get it. We are not a church, and I don't think we are ready to start a church. I really like my Presby church. I know you like your church too. So we are not ready to start a church or something. So we rather want to work on something like this with our free time. And there are others elsewhere in some other parts of the country who also want to do something like that. So earlier this year, through Sinam, someone contacted me that she's trying to start something for school uniforms. Yes. So I'm trying to guide her to start something like that. Yes, using our principles and ideas, because I don't see why we should be hoarding. The reason why I keep sharing a lot of information outside is that we can't be keeping all these ideas to ourselves. When someone wants to create something like that, they can just see it and just do it, because in the end we want to help people, right? So if the person wants to help people, then yes. So she's trying to raise funds and buy school uniform for children in Sefibodi, a place in Western North Ghana. Yes, so it's something ongoing. I'm trying to monitor the project closely and see how it goes, and then if she's able to meet, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Please finish.
Okay, yeah. So if she's able to meet the requirements and some other things, yeah. And so far, yeah, she's been able to. Right now, the task for her is to create a community, something like that, of people who support what she's working on. And she's been able to get about 5 people. Yes, so if she gets up to maybe 10 people, they start working on it. She has. I helped her get a flyer. Yes, so she's sharing it, and with time, if it grows, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yes. So Blago G.
We are requirements and guidance me tax me. Is it looking like I don't use that word, but I guess it will be the best word right now. Franchise. I know it's not a business, but with the way it's not like she's on her own totally. Are we still going to connect her to that group and answer? We are just guiding her, and then because she's basically using our principles, beliefs, values, whatever it is, and then you're also helping her through the process. So she's more or less doing, mirroring everything we do, right? So is she going to be something like a group on her own? Is that going to be a group on their own, or we are still going to make some decisions from headquarters, which is Accra, which is this.
Okay, so earlier this year, I said something in the meeting. I think when I was presenting it, that yes, we don't want to be using business terms, but truth stands. It's something of that sort, something like that. When the person is using your principles and values, how you go about your things. Yes, and it's something Gideon's and Operation Christmas Child. These are organizations we look up to, and it's something they do. Like, if you go through their training and how they go about their things, you get to organize something like that. Yes, so for now, we don't have the money, so you can't be forcing the person to do some things. Yes, so she's trying to work on it, and she came in clean that yes, I want to do this thing. I have been seeing you people doing it on one of your members' status, and yeah, I would want to do it. Can you help me? Yeah, so that's what we are doing. So are we going to sign any agreement, announce any, because whatever she does will reflect on Hope Jenny Accra or headquarters. Let me just use headquarters for the understanding of this situation. I mean, for us here. So are we going to sign any? Because anything she does would blow back on us. And of course, for Kara, she will be like, oh, Hope Jenny, she's trying to, she will be connected to us like forever. So is there an agreement going to be signed? And then are there rules? What do you suggest?
What's happening? What do I? Oh no, I'm asking you. Like, I'm just saying, like, this is already in place. Like, from what you are saying.
Yeah,
right?
as an experiment.
So I just want because we are also very mindful of, like you mentioned earlier, we are very mindful of the associations we create and then we involve ourselves in. So then I just wanted to know if there is any agreement going to be signed, if we are going to be making some decisions for them, if we are going to have a say in a lot of things they do. I know we don't have the money, right, but still, from the way you are saying it, it looks like they are on their own. They are not on their own visa. Or we are just going to leave them to operate fully as them, like they don't have to come back report anything, or they don't have to, be assistant with us forever. I don't know if it makes sense, but
okay, so it's a support program, right? Not a branch. You get it? So one, they have their own name, just that there's that's supported by Hope Jenny there, like, and we've not even rolled out an ad with Hope Jenny on it yet. It's just she's soliciting for fans with her logo and all those things. But then, yeah, design and everything was done by me, like supporting. Yes, and I didn't even want to even support like on that level, but then the person requested for it because last year someone also came that they wanted us to help them. The task was they should visit us at the 101 event, and they refused. And because of that, I didn't help because sometimes you just have to look serious with what you are doing. So if you're able to complete a task, then it means yes. So for her task was supposed to assemble people so that it will show that yeah, you are capable. With last year's one, because they didn't show up and because they didn't show seriousness too, they've not been able to do it. So it proved that yes, I was right. Yes, so for now the accountability and checks is going to be on various tasks they are supposed to do. If there's something else you think we can do to protect ourselves too, maybe you should suggest there. We are trying to experiment things. That's how we've always been. We are creating. So yeah.
This is my last question.
Okay.
It's a very important one. about funding. Are they, because supporters are holding, are they going to come any day? And I say one day be, hey, since you're supporting us and since you're using your principles, you have to help us raise funds. Young Kasa, you one. So is there going to be something like that? Are we going to help them raise funds?
Yeah, so I was open with her. I told her that the oldest active member in the organization is not even older than 35. We are very young and mostly students. I think those who are even done with school they've gone back to school again. So we are mostly students, and we don't have enough money. There is no much enough money to loot or to give out. Yes, so that thing there, I made it clear. Yes, we have a very nice brand. You go to our Instagram and website, it looks, but then we don't have much money like that. So we can only help you in terms of helping you structure and help you with ads. And those things, when you quantify it, it's quite an amount of money. And one design from IK is quite expensive. Yes, so and me giving you my time to do anything is quite expensive, because my time is worth a lot of things. Yes. So it's something, we are trying to, but then I'm not sure we will one day be giving people money. Who knows, maybe someday when Marianne becomes a millionaire or a billionaire and we have an active funding, we can be giving those funds out to people.
Why not?
Yes, so
why not?
yeah.
I said I know I said sorry.
I know we will get there. We'll get to a point where we will give people the chance to use our name. But for now, when money is not involved and other things are not involved, you can't control the person like that. So now it's sort of a support system we've created to help. Exactly. Because I don't get what. Yeah, so now you just have to, because if let's say I'm giving you 17,000 cedis to organize Xmas in a village in Sefibodi or Sefidraboso, I get to tell you what to do. I get to tell you this and that. And sometimes with those things, what they do with international organizations is that they ship those things to you. Maybe the bags and the things you need, they will just ship all those things to you. They come and train the people who go. Yeah, so those are some of the things we are looking at in the long term. But step by step, we will get there. But then for now, I think we can just assist people to do their own thing. And then it's not only about your name or like any other thing. It's just children getting a uniform to wear. That's the most important thing. Yes. And she's on one case of Pama there. Yeah, so it's like she's someone who really wants to do it, and the person needs help. Yeah, so you just support.
Is she going to use that same timeline as Hope Jenny? Like,
interestingly, she started her fundraising before meeting me. Yes, and she was not getting any money. She was not getting anything, and I was telling her the reason why she was not getting the money. That first, you don't have people who are a support system, and Hope Jenny has a support system, which is you guys. Like, without you people, like, yes, in as much as we have the backing of the Holy Spirit and God, He works through people. So you need people who support what you are doing, and she didn't have that. So it was like she posting things on her status every day, and she was like, it's not working. Is it like her design is not nice? Yes, the design was not nice, but it's really about the design. Yeah, you need people who will be posting it, and also you need people who will be sharing ideas. People who, you need a community. It takes a community to raise a child, so you need a community that will support the project you are working on. And she didn't have all those things, and now she's putting together a community with her husband and some other people. They are trying to work on this school uniform thing. So she started in February, but I think we're raising 100 and something. Yeah, so let's see. And one school uniform is like 120 cedis or something. So unya full uniform here. Okay, so AOB's or still on said you know, and it's from the previous one. Okay, guys, it's been 2 hours 40 minutes, and I think we need to bring this meeting to an end. Someone should pray, then we close this meeting. Hey.
Father, we thank you for this gathering. We thank you for granting us the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to go through this meeting. We pray that whatever we've discussed, you would give us the strength to execute it, and at the end, we'll give you all the glory and adoration. In Jesus' mighty name, we have prayed with thanksgiving. Amen.
Amen.
I get every day someone to pray.
And I say, start telling me about. Yes, that's how we are. So at least someone else. Yes, I was just saying, but now I was saying, me. Jack a pray now, we pray now. You know, say, yeah, pray on your baby pie. No, but then, guys, thank you so much for donating your time. Jack, I'll say.
Then this is my last one, right?
Yeah. I prefer not to speak. I prefer not to speak. Oh, but then, yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining. You're donating your time in this time. Like it's very, very valuable. We appreciate what you do, and enjoy the rest of the holiday. Just to remind you that holiday NASA.
Holiday. Today was holiday.
We had a Muslim holiday, one of the 8s.
Ufi Ghana, bye bye.
I'm not even forming. No, I honestly do not know. And when you almost it then but I didn't know that today was holiday. Honestly. Oh.
And when
Christmas.
Oh,
man, oh man, yes, sir. Oh yeah, available says here.
Ale. Let's talk later.
Okay, I'll be sure for internet why
yes, all right. Ale. Bye bye. Good night.